Right now, we're facing a man-made disaster of global scale. Our greatest threat in thousands of years, climate change. If we don't take action, the collapse of our civilizations and the extinction of much of the natural world is on the horizon. The world's people have spoken. Their message is clear. Time is running out.
The first law states that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. This law is fundamental to all energy transformations and applies to the overall energy balance of the processes involved in CO2 conversion. It helps ensure that energy inputs and outputs are properly accounted for and can guide the optimization of energy usage within the system. The second law states that the entropy of an isolated system tends to increase over time. This implies that there are inherent losses and inefficiencies in any energy conversion process. Therefore, it is crucial to minimize energy losses and maximize the overall efficiency of the CO2 conversion process. Lastly, for the processes involved in CO2 conversion, the change in Gibbs free energy, delta G, can be used to evaluate the feasibility and directionality of the reactions. Negative values of delta G indicate that the reaction is thermodynamically favorable.
Now let us explore the possible compounds. Number 1 is methane. Methane is produced from carbon dioxide through methane reforming, where hydrogen reacts with carbon dioxide. It has high energy density and is also widely available. It can be used directly as a fuel for heating, electricity generation, and transportation, where it leverages on existing natural gas infrastructure. It is a clean burning fuel, which means that it emits lower carbon dioxide. And also, utilizing methane as an energy storage medium can enable efficient storage and transportation of energy while maintaining carbon neutrality objectives. Next is methanol. Methanol can also be produced from carbon dioxide through carbon dioxide hydrogenation. Has high energy density, which makes it favorable option for energy storage and also transportation. It can be easily synthesized using renewable hydrogen materials, and can be generated from sustainable sources. And also it is compatible with existing infrastructure for storage, distribution, and also utilization. Lastly, methanol can also be used as a fuel in various applications, including transportation, power generation, and also as a feedstock for chemical synthesis. This makes it very versatile and practical for addressing the carbon neutrality objective. With all that being said, we can agree that methane and methanol have somewhat similar properties, although their advantages differ. And after careful consideration, we have decided that methanol would be the suitable compound to uphold carbon neutrality. Let's go through some reasons why methanol is the most suitable compound for an energy storage system located in a desert and connected to a solar power plant. We have a total of 5 reasons, And the first one is abundant solar energy. Methanol production can utilize this abundant solar energy as a renewable power source for the electrolysis process. And the electricity generated by the solar power plant can be used to split water into hydrogen and also oxygen, where these are the essential components needed for methanol synthesis. And lastly, the availability of abundant solar energy in desert ensures a sustainable and reliable power supply for the methanol production process. Number two is efficient energy storage. Methanol has a high energy density. High energy density means that it can store a significant amount of energy in a relatively small amount of volume. This makes it an efficient energy storage medium for capturing sunlight and solar energy during the peak hours of sunlight. And this high density of methanol ensures that there is a continuous and reliable power supply.
Adaptability to dry environments. Methanol production is not dependent on specific environmental conditions and can be adapted to dry environments like deserts. While water availability may be a concern in desert regions, water-efficient technologies and sustainable water management practices can be implemented to mitigate the water requirements for methanol production. This may include utilizing advanced electrolysis systems that minimize water consumption or exploring alternative water sources such as brackish or saline water. With proper planning and sustainable approaches, methanol production can be successfully implemented in desert environments. Scalability and flexibility. Methanol-based energy storage systems offer scalability and flexibility, which are crucial for accommodating varying energy demands in desert regions. The energy storage capacity can be easily adjusted by scaling up and down the methanol production rate and storage capacity. During periods of high solar energy generation, excess electricity can be used to produce more methanol, increasing the energy storage capacity. Conversely, during periods of low solar energy availability, the stored methanol can be efficiently converted back into electricity, providing a reliable power supply. This flexibility ensures that the energy storage system can adapt to the changing energy requirement of the desert environment. Utilization of existing infrastructure. Methanol can leverage existing infrastructure for storage, distribution, and utilizations. This includes storage tanks, pipelines, and fueling stations that are already in place for methanol-based applications. By utilizing the existing infrastructure, the integration of the methanol-based energy storage system into the solar power plant in the desert becomes more feasible and cost-effective. This reduces the need for significant infrastructure investments and streamlines the implementation process.
First one is methane and methanol have maximum storage efficiencies of 78.2% and 85.3% respectively. Secondly, from the perspective of energy storage, methanol production from carbon dioxide is optimized. Third, the key benefit of producing methanol from carbon dioxide and hydrogen is that the end product is a liquid that is simple to store and move. Due to its high octane rating, methanol can also be blended with regular petrol. Fourth, 3 hydrogen molecules are needed to produce methanol, but 4 molecules are needed to produce methane. Because of this, conversion from carbon dioxide to methane requires more energy rather than conversion from carbon dioxide to methanol. Fifth, the larger gravimetric energy content of methane, which is 55 megajoule per kilogram as opposed to 23 megajoule per kilogram for methanol, partially offsets this penalty. These two components account for why methanol synthesis uses less energy than methane synthesis. Last but not least, because of methanol has a higher energy density than hydrogen, though less than petrol and diesel fuel, direct methanol fuel cells do not experience many of the fuel storage issues common to various fuel cell systems.
In conclusion, Exploring alternative energy-bearing compounds and process is essential due to patent restrictions on octane production. A successful proposal should emphasize sustainability, scalability, and economic viability to secure Everchem's endorsement and support. Collaboration within the team is the key to proposing a compelling solution that aligns with Everchem's objectives and contributes to a sustainable energy future.